I wanted to, well, I've been asked for a while to do a live on hormone balance. Now it's a bit of a tricky one, hormone balance, because our whole endocrine system works holistically and in an integrated way. Certain hormones will trigger other hormones. Certain hormones are integral in the production and release of other hormones. So it's all a really integrated system. And so I get a little bit worried when people talk about their thyroid's out or their this is out or their, because it's such an interconnected system. But I wanted to talk a little bit just about the female reproductive hormones in particular, because I have a little bit of information to share and a few essential oils that can help. One of the things we need to realize with our endocrine system as well, so a lot of people now, a lot of women are struggling with thyroid issues, but we're struggling with energy and fatigue and things like that. Well, that's your adrenal system, so that's another part of the endocrine system. And one of the biggest impacts to our endocrine system is the toxic chemistry that we surround ourselves with all the time. So, for example, anything that contains an artificial fragrance will contain what they call phthalates, which is a chemical that sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Phthalates are a chemical which cause hormone disruption, but they're actually included in fragrances because they help synthetic fragrances last longer. They help the smell be more powerful, more potent, and stick around a lot longer. So it's a fragrance enhancer, but it disrupts our hormone balance. So every time you spray an air freshener, every time you use shampoo, conditioner, hand soap, chemical cleaners in your house, anything that has a fragrance in it that isn't natural, isn't made from essential oils, because that is nature's fragrance, will contain fragrance enhancers like phthalates. So you really need to think about what you're putting on your body, what you're surrounding yourself with in your environment, what you're putting into your body, because there is so much in our world now that affects that hormone balance, and particularly, the chemicals that we put on our skin and in our air fresheners and soaps and things. They're really powerful hormone disruptors. So it's a real issue that we're kind of missing that link, that understanding that everything we do and put on ourselves and around ourselves every day is having an impact. And when my daughter was born, one of my biggest goals was to try and allow her to hit puberty at a normal age, because so many little girls now are starting so early. And we just go, wow, that's really strange. That's really unusual. Wonder why this is happening. Well, it's happening because of what we surround ourselves with and what we're putting on our bodies and in our bodies. We know that there are whole areas in, river systems where fish are all female, or, there's all these abnormalities when it comes to reproductive systems and hormone balances. And it's because of what we're putting in our waterways and, flushing down our systems. And so we really need to start taking an interest and caring, because it's having an impact, and we can't keep living in denial. So, but when we're talking reproductive system, what does an imbalance look like? So, if you feel like you're running on high power, you're probably compensating for a low fatiguing adrenal system. So we kind of go between the two. Adrenal fatigue is quite often when we're going up and down, because we're running on low. And so our body ramps up that adrenaline to try and pick us up and get us functioning, and then we exhaust ourselves and we exhaust our adrenaline and we drop down, and so it's this real instability in that system, and it's a real worry to have that instability. If you're looking at progesterone, so if you're feeling panicked and anxious, your progesterone could be low. If you're feeling flat and have no motivation, your estrogen could be low. Some physical signs of low progesterone is when you get sort of the breast swelling and the bloating, the water retention, weight gain, fatigue, whereas estrogen, you get your hot flushes and your night sweats. So that's, you know, you associate that with menopause, because that's when your estrogen starts shifting. So you've got your insomnia, cramping, headaches, hot flushes, night sweats, that sort of thing. Emotionally, as I said, you could have that anxiety, panic if your progesterone's low. Oversensitivity, you're quick to temper, nervousness, withdrawal. Whereas estrogen, you're looking at more, you're feeling apathy or depressed or dull or mental fuzziness and things like that. So what can we do? Well, there's a few things we can do to support and stimulate our hormone levels. Obviously, if you're low in estrogens, you've got things, food groups that contain phytoestrogen and things like that. You need to look at plant sources. In terms of, you know, there are acupressure points that you can look at. So, and it's worth Googling some if you think that you need to stimulate your progesterone or your estrogen. Just have a Google of some acupressure points, because you can literally just, I'll just try and get the camera. So you can tap your kidney 27s and just stimulate your progesterone, something like that. There's also just deep breathing techniques can really help. So there's a few just really simple, you know, you can look into traditional Chinese medicine techniques like that. Essential oils, because I love talking oils. I use the amazing, I have to just grab it. I do love my Claricalm. And I love my Claricalm because it helps, because it's just amazing. For me, it settles any kind of emotional ups and downs within moments. It settles any kind of cramping within moments. It's just a real lifesaver. And it's, as it says, it's Claricalm. So I use it for calming on the kids and things like that as well. It's a really beautiful, lots of calming oils like lavender, marjoram, clary sage, really beautiful, calming, soothing oils. So in terms of trying to stimulate progesterone, because I think a lot of us are probably a little bit lower in progesterone, you've got your jasmine, which is beautiful. doTERRA now has it in a touch roller, jasmine, absolutely beautiful, pure. And so that's just in a roller. Now you could find pressure points that are relevant to stimulating hormones, or you can just literally use that as a, you know, a perfume on your pulse points, and that will help with hormone balance. So for progesterone, we're looking at lavender, marjoram, jasmine, neroli, ylang-ylang, petitgreen, so many beautiful oils. For estrogen, we're looking at the clary sage and the cypress, which is what I really need, you know, around monthly time, the cypress to help with flow. Clary sage is amazing for balancing every month. Spruce is amazing for adrenals as well. And spruce is in the doTERRA Balance, which is a beautiful, beautiful grounding, beautiful grounding, calming blend. That really helps me if I'm ever feeling a little bit, my energy's a little bit anxious and up here. It just really helps bring you down and just calm things and ground. And again, it smells amazing. It's got that spruce in it, which is great for supporting the adrenals, but just putting it on your pulse points, you know, you get compliments wherever you go. You smell beautiful. and you feel calm and balanced. So, another one for estrogen, balancing estrogen is rose. The beautiful, beautiful rose, and it comes in a touch roller as well. So another amazing. Clary Sage, I said, cypress, I said, geranium, lemon rose, spruce, fennel. So there's a lot of, and this is the thing. So what we need to understand as well when I talk about the essential oils, don't be afraid that you're going to be using the wrong thing, because the oils have specific receptors in the body, and the oils help to bring us into balance. They help the body function more efficiently to do what it's trying to do itself. So the oils aren't curing, fixing, they are making, our bodies have their own natural, beautiful ability to heal and be healthy. And it's all the toxic overload and the stress and the other things that we do, the suboptimal diet, we're not all perfect, that knock us out of alignment, out of balance. And so the oils are just helping us come back into that natural balance and alignment that we should be able to achieve naturally if we didn't have all those other impacts on our system, the stress and toxicity. So don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to go with whatever's resonating for you, whatever you're loving for the moment. Just grab it and enjoy it, because they're going to support your body to do what your body does naturally, and just really facilitate that in a really beautiful, gentle, powerful way. So that's all from me for today. I hope that helped. I hope everyone learned something. I did. I learned don't do lives with a 5-year-old in the background. But thanks for joining me, and this is Catherine from Generation Wellness Australia, and if you have any questions, please feel free to touch base, because I would love to hear from you and chat more about other techniques for balance. And any questions at all, jump on in. Okay guys, have a great weekend. Bye.